Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well. Vive le français. Today I want to tell you about la coupe du monde de football. You know, le football. The football in English is called soccer, you know. And la coupe du monde, it means the World Cup, the football World Cup, the soccer World Cup. So today is the day of the final. As you can see in the streets, there's almost very few people. So for several reasons. One thing is we are already in July, so some French people are on holidays, especially in this part of Paris. We are in the suburb of Paris. People here are rather wealthy, as you can see from the housing, and they go on holiday. They have a second house or they go on holiday. But the other reason is most people are inside, watching their TV, you know, listen. People are inside their home watching the TV. Honestly, I don't care about this, so I never watch this kind of event. It is they are all here, they are all watching, and I personally don't care about it because I don't play soccer. I never played soccer. When I was a kid I played a little bit, but I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy. I was scared of the ball, and then I don't feel anything special. You know, I don't feel like oh yeah, France is France. I don't care about it. But here in France, most people are not like me. Football, soccer is a very popular sport. It used to be a very popular sport, and it is still a very popular sport, one thing. And people are very happy to support the team. It's the national team. When we won the World Cup in 1998, I was 18 years old, and I remember people went outside of their home in the street and they were like hugging each other. And, but that was in 1998. Today, I am not sure it would be the same. I think there are more people like me. You see, you can see some cars, you know. Well, maybe they are working, but I don't think so because it's Sunday. So my guess is there is really a change in mentality, a little change in mentality. You see, you hear people shouting, and if we win at the end, they will all go outside. And so let's walk a little bit. I will go to a pub so you can see in the pub the people gathering. Let me tell you about le football en France. Le football, so soccer in France. It was always a very popular sport. Here's they're watching. Inside, you can hear the noise. I don't know if you can hear from this micro. It was always a popular sport because people who play this kind of sport, you don't need any money, you don't need any equipment. All you need is a ball. And it was very popular, and France was good at it. France, Italy, several European countries were good at it. Now, people who play this sport, they are the people who are from the social category who are not the most wealthy people. They are usually people who, in the past, they were people whose parents were workers, ouvriers, you know, they work in the factory and they will play with this because it's very easy. And they are the ones who had the high level. They were not people whose parents had education or went to university, or it's a specific social class. C'est un sport. In French we say un sport populaire, a popular sport for the masses. Another thing that you might notice from the French team, and many people ask me this, is there was a big polemic. This created a lot of noise. People were discussing. They said, there's no white guy in the French team. So this is of course taboo. Normally we don't speak about race or about skin color or anything. But it's true, and when you look at the name of the at the player, you can see there's no white. So why is that? This is a very taboo subject. You cannot discuss this in France. I discuss it with you. It's because who are the people who play soccer? They are the people who are not very wealthy, who live in the ghettos, and all these people, most of them, they are the second generation migrants. So their parents came to France, and then the kids, they find themselves there. They grow up in France, and they start playing soccer. And so you can see, even in the soccer team, most of the whites, they are from Eastern Europe or from Russia, you know, and otherwise you have Arabics, you have African. So this is the first explanation. People who live in a ghetto like where we are here, this is a district that is wealthy, it's a wealthy district. They play soccer, but they will never play it fully. They will never play it fully, also because they have other things in life, you know. Someone who is poor, who grows in a poor ghettos, he has no other options, you know. He has to do it fully because it's his way to get the job, to get the chance, and it's his dream, you know. Most people in these ghettos, their dream is to be a famous football player and play for one of the clubs. There are many clubs, and then he can make a good living. And there are several divisions, Division 1, Division 2, so several levels for the clubs. Even you are in club Division 3, you can still make good income. So that's the first reason. And then the other reason is the globalization. And the globalization, that's very interesting. Well, I will show you the coffee place here where people are watching. Okay. The globalization is also very interesting because you know, the globalization, it means you have all these European football teams, soccer team, okay, from Germany, from France, from Italy. So they will go and fetch the best player in Africa. They will go and fetch them, and they will sign a contract with them. Say, oh, you are very good. They will find the guys, even when they are 13 years old. They will find the young people, the young talents. Okay, they are these recruiter, these agents. They go there and then they find the best player, and then. They will recruit them, make them sign the contract, and this player will come to France. If they are very good, they will get and play inside a good team. For example, they will play for Paris Saint-Germain, they will play for Marseille, they will play for Barcelona, you know, and they will get the nationality. And of course, many of these guys from Africa, they come from countries where it was like French-speaking countries, you know, French-speaking countries. So in these French-speaking countries, of course, most of them will come to France. Some of them will also come to the UK because they come from English-speaking countries, African English-speaking countries. And then they will get the French nationality because they are here and they will play for us, you know. So most of the guys in the team is like this, and it's globalization. And by the way, I believe it's wrong. It's wrong. Like you take the best people of one country and you put them inside your country. And for these guys, I understand it's a big chance. It's the chance of their life, and they can pay for the money and everything. But you know, in many of these countries, they have no hope. So the only hope is to come to Europe and play soccer. You know, and it's the same that's happening in France for many. Globalization is everywhere. You see someone like me. But when I finished my studies, the options were limited. I could get a job in France, but a little bit stressful, not a very high salary, you know, a lot of work. Not a lot of work, a little bit stressed, and that's it, you know. So most of my classmates, they tried and went abroad. So some of them, they went to the US, some of them, they went to Australia. Many of them, they come back, you know, because they don't manage. Or some of them, they go to the countryside and they choose to live a cheap way of life, so where the cost is cheaper, you know. But that's globalization. Everyone is trying to save himself and see where can I go. France is a very good country to live, very good environment, very good country. But you have to take into consideration the employment, you know, and that's the big thing. Now, let me show you just very quickly. Okay. So you see how it is. Let me go back. And it's funny, you see over there's someone who put the flag, so people put the flag. In a way, you know, this kind of event, it makes the people feel that they are united all together. I don't dare to film too much because again, in Paris, in south of France is different, in the countryside is different, but people in France, they really value a lot their personal freedom, and they really don't like it. So I get into trouble just by filming myself and turning the camera around. I have people who stare, and sometimes not in a very nice way, so I don't want too much trouble. Okay, I hope this was interesting for you. Okay, and that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. You are all together. You see, there was even the kid. That's fun. Au revoir, les amis. I love you. Take care, everyone. Yeah, it's me again, and I forgot to mention something important. Of course, people will bet the money, and that's also one more thing. Huh? So this is what we call in French language les paris. Les paris. Parier is to bet. Les paris, and they will say les paris sportifs. So they will bet the money and they can win the money. So I remember once I was with my wife a few weeks ago, and I see some people coming out of the coffee. Way, I won 300 euro. Way, so people will bet the money and drink, and yeah. Okay.